Hello again, and excuse the peculiarities of the English and also my problems with the nose right now. I have a bit of a flu. So this time the HX scenario is going to be about Gripens attacking the same kind of a system as previously, and they have one ace in the sleeve. They have the Saab Eri mini AVAX airplane, which is the most important piece of the bit of Saabs, because that will, as you see, it will give a great range for radar, and thus you can pretty well observe the most of the Finnish aerospace on the one go. And one has to also say that the Saab has not included Eri into the HX bit, but it's the Global Eye, which is the newer version of the same system, which is which flies far higher and faster, and of course is in gallium nitride electronics, so it has a very powerful and up-to-date electronics and platform. So that's really interesting to see in Kauhava next weekend. And as you can see, the Hugin or the AVAX plane picks up the radars very fast and also identifies them quite fast, so that its threat libraries are really up to date. And I was trying to save some time by running the game on the simulation on 5-speed. So I have a Hugin doing laps from Anjala to Sibo, and basically just monitor the area and see the radar picture from there. Then the flight Lucky 72 is two Gripens with full load of small diameter bombs, and then there is another pair of Gripen Fs which are carrying 500-pound guided bombs, and they are intended to finish off these radar and anti-surface missile site, and also to help out if necessary with the S-300 site. And I do not really know why the Command Modern Warfare evaluates the lightning pod on the Gripens quite low. Yeah, it identifies the SSM system quite early, but it has no clue about the presence of the anti-air missile systems in the area before their fire. So that's something I have been wondering, and I don't think that's really accurate. But there you have it. And now when the fighters come within the 30 nautical miles from the Hogland Island, the lightning pods will start picking up the systems in the island and, for example, put the radar system in the right place. Like now it's sitting on the middle of the sea, and okay, now they're starting to pick missiles coming in from the S-300 system, and they have been fired from quite afar, so they are not really dangerous for the Gripens as such. And as you can see, there's like 4 and 4, so 8 missiles coming, and you can deal with them quite handily if you make some adjustments to your adjustments to your vectors, so you change direction so that they bleed off too much energy. Okay, Jackal 90s, they're going to the observing place so that it can observe the island and be ready to drop the 500-pounder pay waves on the island. But now I'm going to start dropping the small diameter bombs. First, I drop a set of 3 and 3 on the surface-to-surface missile site to get the Panzer system that is close by it to react and fire. And after that you can see the system and you can direct fire against it. But as I said, I'm not really sure why the Command Modern Warfare evaluates Gripen's system so much as so much worse compared to Typhoon and Rafale, that it doesn't pick up the missile sites until they go active. But well, as I said, there you have it. And well, it's not like it's a military simulation. It's basically a game, a very well thought of game, and which strives to be as neutral and as useful as possible. But still, it is a game, and they are compiling the database on how do you say open resources, so they don't have any kind of information that is secret. So as I have said before, it's like maybe see as a evaluation of what's gonna happen, but it's the best we have, so that's what we have. Okay, now one system from the south like gave itself up, and okay, now we picked up the last missile system which shot down the small diameter bombs that were coming close. And now we have all the all the weapon systems on the screen from the VBS side. And as you can see, the Panzer does a really good job of shooting down the small diameter bombs. There has been like 6 bombs in the air, and there is not a single hit on anything on the island. So now I'm gonna fire full salvos at the SAM system, the Panzer system, on the north end of the island. That's 10 bombs. And I hope I can score some hits so that I can degenerate its capabilities, so that I can then start picking the rest of the defenses apart. And there you see that there's 5 bombs coming and another 5 bombs coming, and with the small interval. And the Lucky 72 pair is already returning, and there's like 2 more fighters with small diameter bombs taking off. I have 3 pairs of those, so about like 48 bombs, and they should be enough of taking care of the defenses on the island. But I have one 3 ship that is armed with cluster bombs or cluster munitions and Maverick missiles to help take down the rest of the defenses there. And as you can see, again, the Panzer system shut down all the small diameter bombs so that there's no damage to the systems. And then there's the other 5 coming, and also the book systems from the islands on the south are shooting missiles, but they fail to score hits, at least at this time. Let's see how this goes. We might get a hit, and we got 1 hit. And yeah, the Panzer system went to sort of orange, so it's like halfway damaged. So we have not like, we have degenerated it, but not like totally. So we just have to wait for the other pair of the Gripens with small diameter bombs to come into the play, so that we can take care of the Sun System 23. Okay, they took off there, so now it's gonna take some time. It's like 14-15 minutes out of Pirkkala Air Force Base, this area, so in real life it would take 15 minutes, but now it takes sort of like 7, and I'm gonna see if I speed up the things a bit so that okay, now I'm putting the new Gripen new generation Fs to see if they can drop the payway 2s on the SSM battery on the north of the island. And so there's now coming the, I think, the lead of the pair, and a salvo for that SSM battery is 4 bombs, so it's quite a lot. It's like half of the payways I'm carrying. So yeah, it's like a good thing to try to hit them there, and it should make a pretty bad havoc on the area. And okay, because of it was seeming that the Gripen would have stayed there to start going around the island to be dropped, so I unassigned it, and let's try to take the defensive part some more before we try to go in with the normal payway bombs. They are good bombs and they are pretty good in hitting usually, but sometimes their range is a bit lackluster, but it's still like a lot of explosives there, like over 100 kilos, or I think 90 kilos of the explosive mass, so it makes a lot more damage than the small diameter bombs. On the other run, I was trying to bomb the radar station in the middle of the island last with these payways, and I dropped 3 and they all missed. So that's like the first time that has happened to me. Of course, it's possible, but it's highly unlikely. So at that time, I also had to use the last 3 ship Gripens with the cluster munitions and the Maverick missiles to take care of the Protonovnik radar at the last opportunity. Okay, and now there should be some more small GBU-39s or small diameter bombs coming, and I'm just targeting them on the panzer system on the north end of the island. That takes 10 bombs, after which I'll drop 6 on the S-300 system to get the other panzer system to react there. I don't think it's like unfair, because that's, if you don't have targets, that is what you would do, like start bombing things that you can see, and if somebody reacts, then they react and bobs your ankle. But that's well, because you don't see everything, that's what happens. And now there's the Flight Jackal 90. It came close, but they didn't drop anything, so I'm guessing they were not too happy with the angle they were coming in, and they are quite low already, like in 10,000 feet. And now I'm getting in the round like 10 small diameter bombs on the panzer system there, and they should take care of it pretty good now that it has some damage already. And now I'm trying to get the Jackal 90 flight out of the harm's way there, because they can't drop anything really yet. Yeah, and as you can see, there's a lot of stuff coming in from the north, and the Flight Jackal 90 is flying back up to gather speed for the next round. And now the Pistol 46, they have still like 6 small diameter bombs, so they have dropped to 10, and I'll wait a bit and then have them drop a salvo on the S-300 system, and try to damage it, or get everybody to react to it. As you can see, the book systems on the southern islands are trying to really like take care of the defending of the panzer system as well. And as you can see now, the panzer system on the north end of the island is destroyed. And now I put 6 more small diameter bombs on the S-300 system, and to get it react mostly. And then after that I can get the last pair of the small diameter bomb droppers to come. And now I'm trying to take the Jackal 90 flight and take out the SSM surface station on the north end of the island. Mostly to speed the things up, but of course, like more stuff is happening in the air, it's so much harder for the defense to try to get it what it's happening. And then I'm trying to put 2 more on the radar there, so that after that we could bring in flights in relative impunity wherever, because they couldn't see them, even though if they were flying high. And let's see how it fares. There's 3 bombs coming in, and now the other panzer system has reacted, and we can see it, and it's been identified. And the other 2, oh yeah, it's the pair is, as you can see, it has gone quite far apart. But let's see, there's last 3 bombs, and well, they still have 1 small diameter bomb, but basically they have been spent. And let's see how it goes with the payways on the SSM station on the north end of the island. And there was the there's the last of the small diameter bombs have been spent, and they are flying to the base in did I lose already? I think I lost another Gripen already. Like, I didn't notice it when it happened, but yeah, I guess it happened because I only have 1 Gripen F up anymore. Yeah, now I'm down to 1 payway, and there's the last small diameter bomb coming in, and let's see how it goes. They managed to shoot it down before it came in, and now we have the last F Gripen waiting in the area, so it gets to drop a bomb perfectly on the radar, and that means that the last of the small diameter bomb droppers are airborne, and I might have to and I had to take the cluster bomb flight as well. And yeah, you can see that there are a BK-90 Mjolnir Mark 1 anti-personnel cluster bombs coming to the area. And first they are going to bomb the other SAM site, but we don't need that, so I'm getting them to bomb the S-300 system. And I sped things up somewhat so that we are not just watching the planes fly slowly to the scene. And okay, now we get 16 more small diameter bombs. Let's see what we can do to them. We try to drop it on the other Panzer system, and now there goes like 10 more SDBs there, and yeah, they are dropping there, like 10, 6 are in the air, and now 10 is in the air. So now they are coming in the one really nice bunch, so that you at least you get some kind of a saturation, so there's a realistic chance that you can score hits on the Panzer system, because it just hasn't got enough time to react to all bombs coming its way, so it's like too busy to take care of all of them. And that's how you have to do some of the attacks in these days. You just have to saturate the defense with the enough ordnance so that they cannot destroy everything, so you get something through, which is, well, talks about how you should have at least the opportunity to use quite cheap, relatively cheap ammunitions to saturate the area. And of course, these SPDs would benefit a lot if we had electronic countermeasures or available here, so that the defensive radars couldn't see the bombs coming, so that they wouldn't have time to react. As you can see now, they are firing missiles from quite afar, because there's a great big bunch of bombs coming there, so they can see something, even though they might not be able to see the like the bombs there alone. And that helps them a bit in a defense, I mean. Okay, let's see how it goes. And the Marlin 74 flight is the ones with the Mavericks and the cluster munitions. And as you can see, they have like loads and loads of chaff and flares, so that they can they should be pretty safe, even though they have to get pretty close. Okay, and yeah, they managed to shoot down the last of the small diameter bombs. So let's chuck in some more and see what we can cause. And if you look how much there has been the expenditure, there's been like I think 48 small diameter bombs used. So it's really a lot of munitions. I don't think I have had to use with any other planes that much ordnance, but okay, there's no two ways about it. That's what happened. Okay, let's see. There's okay, there's like the last of the small diameter bombs are in the air, and after that we should take that radar out with the cluster munitions. And I have one payway over there, so we should be able to maybe score a hit with the payway on the radar. Usually one hit on the radar is enough. Okay. Yeah, they are still like shooting everything down. We don't really get we don't get hits on the Panzer system, or the system it's trying to protect. So yeah, Panzer is really good, unless it's jammed thoroughly. And if it's not jammed, as you can see, it's doing a pretty good job defending the island. Of course, we are like saturating this thing, so that eventually they would run out of missiles, and that's it. That's not really elegant way of going about it, but you still can do it that way. Okay, let's see if we can take with the two-seater Gripen, take out the Protivnik radar. Yeah, there goes the bomb. Let's see how it fares. And then there's these small diameter bombs coming. They are trying to shoot down the airplane, and they miss and they miss. Well, they took care of the okay, and the cluster bombs, people change targets because we managed to destroy the radar already. And that's of course what they should be doing, because the cluster munitions are more suited to taking out missile sites than radar sites. It turned out really good for me basically here. And let's see how it goes. There's now a lot of stuff in the air, and do we get any hits? Yeah, we got, yeah, that's it. We won the game.